Spidey fans, it's your friendly neighbourhood, the ultimate Spider-Man fan here, and welcome back to another video on me reading my epic Marvel Spider-Man PS4 related book, Hostile Takeover. And yeah, we'll just continue for where we left off last time on chapter 34 this time, which has 3.5 pages. So yeah, just do my intro quickly. Like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the bell notification, favourites, and follow me on Twitter as well. Type in the @ all capitals without spaces, the ultimate Spidey, SPID. And yeah, let's get ready. So I'll just put my bookmark out. That would help a lot. LOL. Right, chapter 34. His tool is extortion. She said he has something on anyone who can help or hurt him. He has something on Mayor Osborn, though I don't know what. He keeps those files on thumb drives. One in each of his safes. They had moved to her private apartment in the fist car suits. Maya had gone down to her office, opened the window and waited for Spider-Man to crawl in. He had seen her watching him as if 8 years of hatred were at war with a new understanding of how the universe worked. She wanted to welcome him, but she also kind of wanted to bash him over the head with the first hairy object she could grab. He'd have to keep an eye on her too. They sat on her dining room table. She was still wearing her Echo clothing, and she had again rolled up the bottom of his mask. And he had again rolled up the bottom of his mask. This was among the strangest meetings he'd ever had, though probably not the strangest. His mind wandered back to his chat with Scorpion and Herman Schultz in the bar in the lane. Yeah, definitely not the strangest. Still, a couple of people in costumes just hanging out and chatting. How many copies does he have of his blackmail file? Hang on, need to turn the page. Damn, this is actually getting harder to turn the pages. I think I'll just do it with my right hand. Right. How many copies does he have on his have of his blackmail file? At least half a dozen. She raised a hand to her face as if troubled, but then stopped when she remembered her stage makeup. She looked tired, exhausted, and lost and scared. Her whole world had been turned upside down, and yet she was trying to forge ahead. Maybe you need a little time to sort through all this. He suggested we can meet up again. No, she snapped. What am I going to do until then? Keep pretending, forget it. You showed me the lie, and now you have to deal with it with me right now because I can't go back. Spider-Man, I just wanted to make sure you don't need some space. I don't, you said. I don't need space or distance or time or anything else to distract me from what needs doing. A problem exists, so I must be confronted now and without hesitation or regret. That was impressive. He couldn't choose. He couldn't choose a brand of breakfast cereal without hesitation or regret. He admired Echo's confidence. On the other hand, he wasn't sure the situation was as straightforward as she wanted it to be, but he understood about the need to do something to solve a problem rather than let it sit. Then let's figure things out. Good. She said. Now there may be more copies of the file that I don't know about. We have the best network security you can imagine, but he's of an older generation that doesn't trust the crowd, so he's gone for redundancy. So physically destroying all the data probably isn't an option, Spider-Man said. But could we get our hands on one of those drives? If we knew what we were dealing with, we might figure out our next steps. I have access to some of the safes. I've been within inches of those drives more times than I can count. and it's never even occurred to me to take a peek. She's smart. She's smart. Okay, it's occurred to me. I'd even have done it. I'd even have done it if I thought I could get away with it. And now I Peter Crawler, I can do it. Bought some end game Avengers 4 trivia. You'll know what's gone immediately. That means there will be no turning back for me. No pretending to still be loyal. I'll be cut off. You've made it pretty clear that pretending is an option. I know, she said, closing her eyes while she considers something. Still, it would be an advantage, and I hate to surrender an advantage, any advantage, but I won't go back. So yes, I can get one, but he'll have the rest, and he'll know he's been compromised. She couldn't bring herself to say Fisk's name. Spider-Man knows it. It's easy to believe. It's easy to believe that Osborn would have secrets. He said no one, no matter how squeaky clean, could run a company like Osborn and be mayor of a major city without racking up some things. He'd rather keep hidden, and Osborn is a take no prisoners kind of leader. He'll have skeletons in his closet for sure, but that means he could. But that means he would never just rule. No, never just roll over. He must have something planned. I had the same thought. She said he seemed too cooperative. So I think said right, but I assumed that meant the blackmail material was so daunting that it cut the legs out from under him. It doesn't matter though. If we don't have sole control of the information, then knowing about it doesn't do us any good. I'm not so sure Spider-Man will play. If what Osborn is hiding in is that bad, then maybe the public should know, and if the public knows, then Fisk can't use it to get what he wants. You're talking about exposing Osborn. Spider-Man or Fisk can't manipulate the mayor if everyone already knows the secret. But what if the mayor is hiding something that's not the public's business? May I ask, an embarrassing relationship or a health problem or something like that? Do we expose a secret if it's not illegal or corrupt? He shrugged. I wish I'd taken that athletics of blackmail elective back in college. I don't think we can say what the right thing is until we know what Fisk has. So I guess we'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it. Besides, we might not have to go public with what we find. It may be enough to let the mayor know someone besides Fisk, someone working against Fisk, also has control of the file. What's the point of caving if someone else could expose you? Fisk loses his grip as soon as Osborn knows we have the data. All of this is theoretical, she said. For it to be anything more, we have to get hold of all those thumb drives. There are 2 days before the event, so what's your plan? You're the trusted employee. He said, I was kind of hoping you'd have one. Maya went silent and scratched up her face. It looked as if she was thinking hard. She also looked totally miserable. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Spider-Man said you were living a lie, but it was one you believed in. I pulled the rug out from under everything you thought was true. She studied him as if he was a strange speckman under glass. Do you always apologise for what you have to do? Not always. Let's say about half the time. Then he leaned forward and grew deadly serious. New subject. You need to tell me everything you know about the Spider-Man impersonator. After all, after all these weeks of sitting on his hands, he was finally taking action, and that action involved breaking into one of Fisk's buildings, then into one of his safes. The only one for which Maya knew the combination was in the upper east side offices. She wanted to do it herself, but Spider-Man insisted on going with her. He wanted to be on hand in case she ran into any trouble, and he wanted to keep an eye on her. The decision to turn on Fisk appeared real enough, but he had to be certain. Unfortunately, they had to wait until the night before the event. Fisk would be in that very building hosting a real estate conference, and security would be especially tight. It was safer to wait until he returned to Fisk Tower. It was late when the opportunity presented itself. Maya could dress in a skirt and walk through the front door. Spider-Man found a way in through the roof and made his way to the office through a combination of climbing, crawling and dodging the security cameras. By the time he slipped inside, Maya was already there. She had her laptop sat out and the cable was run between her and the port to the safe. The sun had gone down and the building was quiet. They used only dim lighting. Nor wanted to draw attention to themselves. The safe has an internal sensor log, she explained as she worked on the laptop's keyboard. All activity is recorded, and anything suspicious is flagged. That includes any time the safe is opened, especially when Fisk isn't in the building. I'm uploading a program to show massive activity. Why bother? Spider-Man said he's going to know it's been stolen soon enough. It should still be after we're out of the building, she said. It's preferable to make your exit without security guards shooting at you. Can't ignore that. He said, hopefully we can stay a step or two ahead. People say that. Maya groaned and as her fingers danced over the keyboard, but few actually do it. He sees the world in a chess match, and he always likes to say that there's no counter move to checkmate. Now stop talking to me, I can't read your lips and run this program at the same time. He held up his hands in apology and let her do her thing, remaining alert for any sign that they'd been detected. All seemed quiet in the building. His Spider-Sense didn't even twinge. After a few moments, Maya's laptop emitted a little chime, and she looked up smiling. That should do it. We can open the safe now, and he won't know until the next time he looks in and notices the missing drive. She stared at him. You've got the combination, right? Are you kidding me? She grinned. Yes, I'm kidding you. I'm used to dealing with Fisk and his associates all day. Do you have any idea how long it's been since I've had the opportunity to make a joke? You seem like you might have a sense of humour. I can't believe I'm saying this. He growled, but sometimes humour is not appropriate. Maya shines her flashlight on the complicated series of dials. Opening the safe required a lot more effort than Peter's old school locker, but Maya moved through the series of turns and reversals as if it was second nature. Okay, the last page, only a wee bit, and then I'll start chapter 35. There was a click and what sounded like what sounded like a magnetic release. The safe door swung gently outward. Maya pulled on it and opened it up. Where was I then? Maya pulled on and opened it all the way. She pointed her flashlight inside the several emptinesses. She ran her hand through the safe as though she didn't believe her eyes, as though the thumb drive might have become visible. It was in here, she said breathlessly. The thumbnail, the thumb drive, files, contracts, even jewellery and artwork. It's all gone. Could he have moved the content somewhere else? Spider-Man suggested. Maybe for the duration of the conference. You don't move things out of the safe to keep them safe, man. Shopper. That's why they call it a safe. Can't argue with that. Spider-Man raised his hands in surrender. What does this mean then? And that's when a Spider-Sense lit up. Without pausing to think about it, he pulled his mask all the way down while he left it in the air. Spawn and gripped the ceilings. Fisk stood at the entrance to the office. Oh boy! Second to last final fight scene, if I remember correctly. And that's it. That's going to be it for this video, Spy fans. So I'll probably record the next one right after I end this. So thanks for watching. Sorry for any time I might have skipped there. And yeah, other than that, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see all you Spy fans in all of my next epic Spidey videos. It's your friendly neighbourhood Spider Cop. Over and out. Thwip, 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 thwip.